This series will address a number of aspects related to traveling to exits within buildings. First, we will define and discuss the concept of travel distance. So what is travel distance? Travel distance is a specific measurement in the means of egress system. It is from the starting point, where an occupant is located, to an endpoint. This endpoint could be an exit. It could be the point at which two exits become available, or it could be the point at which an occupant must turn around and retrace their steps. The three most common types of travel distances for means of egress are exit access travel distance, common path of travel, and dead-end corridors. This video will introduce and define these three types of travel distance, and then we will go into more depth on each one later on in the series. Before we discuss these three types of travel distance, we wanted to touch on why this is important. Why do we care about this? We care about this because we are in the business of saving lives. You've heard this before in other videos, and it may sound corny, but it bears repeating, as it is one of the guiding principles of what we do. Caring about travel distance and ensuring travel distances meet code requirements saves lives. Why? Because in a fire, every second counts. Fires tend to grow more intense with time, often exponentially. This means that with each second that goes by, the likelihood of an occupant safely exiting the building decreases. We care about travel distances because we care about how much time it takes for occupants to reach an exit. We want this time to be short enough that people can get out of the building unharmed before conditions become dangerous. Instead of measuring time, we measure distance, as that is a much more controllable metric and is universal to all buildings, rather than being dependent upon walking speed and other variables. So, what travel distances do we need to address to ensure a safe building? Primarily, there are three: exit access travel distance, common path of travel, and dead-end corridors. Our first type of travel distance to cover is exit access travel distance. This is one of the most common types of travel distance and is basically the measurement to an exit, specifically the length of the path that an occupant would take until they reach the exit. In previous videos, we talked about means of egress in terms of capacity, making sure there are enough exits and that the exits provided are large enough to accommodate all the occupants in the building. We've also talked about exit arrangement, ensuring that we have a second way out if the first exit is blocked. With this concept of exit access travel distance, sometimes called maximum travel distance to an exit, or simply maximum travel distance, we're looking at the simple measurement from any point in the building to an exit. A second type of travel distance for means of egress is the common path of travel. The common path of travel is the measurement from any point until the place where an occupant has two separate and distinct exit access paths available. An example might be a public restroom in a building that exits to a corridor that goes both ways with exits available in both directions. A dead-end corridor is a corridor arrangement that appears to lead to an exit but does not, forcing an occupant to retrace their steps. An example of a dead-end corridor might be a long hallway with offices that does not lead to an exterior door. So, to recap, what is travel distance? It's an important component to understanding the means of egress. Travel distance measures a path of travel that an occupant takes to exit a building, reach a point where they have two choices of exit paths, or find out they made a wrong turn and have to double back. The three most common types of travel distance are exit access travel distance, common path of travel, and dead-end corridors. Each of these are regulated by code to ensure safe means of egress and safe buildings for all occupants. I'm Stephen Barrett, and this is MeyerFire University.
This has been a preview of MeyerFire University. Join the next generation of fire protection experts at www.meyerfireuniversity.com.